Tommy Tuberville, who I, think was put on this earth to make Ron Johnson look like he's able to tie his shoes, was on Alabama radio with Richard Banks. I guess this was about a week ago. And he, there has been a problem, like in many militaries, having, fasci elements, white nationalists. We've done interviews on this, I think, multiple times. I mean, the Air Force has some real issues with this. I mean, there's some real problem. All of the branches of the military. Here's Tommy Tuberville.
Hitchens had a good essay on this back in the day about during the Bush administration about there was at least some things said positively against this, but the Pentagon and stuff were not as vigilant against this influence as they should have been.
And we're starting to see it. We're starting to see at least some recognition within the military because, of course, if you do any, even the slightest bit of research, you will find that the vast amount of domestic violence is coming from white nationalists, from fascists, from right wing, and one of the places that they get their training sometimes can be the military. So this is like a national security issue, but not to Tommy Tuberville.
We are losing in the military so fast our readiness in terms of recruitment. And why? I can tell you why. Because the Democrats are attacking our military, saying we need to get out the white extremists, the white nationalists, people that don't believe in our agenda.
Pause it. I mean, wait a second. I mean, just think about this for a moment. Like the refrain, the Democrats are attacking our military, I've heard for decades upon decades. I wish it were so. I don't mean like attacking, maligning them. I mean like literally cutting their budget. But the pivot from they're attacking our military to they're attacking white nationalists in our military is pretty astonishing. Like I thought he was going to go somewhere else with this when I first heard this.
It's actually about military maintenance. Like having white nationalists in your military is actually bad for things like counterinsurgency or that sort of
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But I mean, it's amazing. He's not saying they're going after our readiness. They're defunding the troops. They're spitting on their uniforms. No, they're criticizing white nationalists. Go back.
We are losing in the military so fast our readiness in terms of recruitment. And why? I can tell you why. Because the Democrats are attacking our military, saying we need to get out the white extremists, the white nationalists, people that don't believe in our agenda as Joe Biden agenda. They're destroying it.
You mentioned the Biden administration trying to prevent white nationalists from being in the military. Do you believe they should allow white nationalists in the military?
Well, they call them that. I call them Americans.
I mean, even the radio host was like, I'm sorry. Did you mean to say what you just said? I sure do.
God. It's hard to react to because he's so stupid. Like you don't know how much of this is intentional and how much of this is just like a very stupid man.
I think it's sort of both.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, I think he's stupid, but I also think that he's just like, hey, man, so what? They're white nationalists. Some of my best friends are white nationalists. Oh, wait, what? Did I say that publicly? Here is a, put this up. This is just a printout, right?
Yes. Yeah. It was a written transcript.
Yeah. I can read some of this. Where do we want to start reading at?
You could start at the top.
So Tuberville, the Democrats characterize all MAGA Republicans. So the question is, do you want to clarify your comments?
Democrats exactly. He's given an opportunity to essentially walk it back. We're going to give you a one-off. We're giving you a freebie, man. Do you want to back off that? And here, this is the transcript of that. Go ahead.
The Democrats characterize all MAGA Republicans in the military as white nationalists. Wrong. Okay, we can't get politics in the military. This has nothing to do with extremists and all that. My first day here was January 6th. Had several senators stand up on the Senate floor saying to me, we got too many white nationalists. I mean, what the heck is that? We all got different beliefs. I'm a Church Christ Catholics. We got different people, and we all have to make one military. We can't start distinguishing different types of people. Okay, that's all I say.
Oh my God. Now I'm going to contemplate this. The idea that I can't believe we've got senators saying to me that we've got too many white nationalists. What? We don't have enough. Put it back up. I can read it here. And then she says, but sir, there are folks with white nationalist beliefs, unfortunately, in this country. Do you believe that they should be serving in the military? We got to define that first. What is a white nationalist?
Yeah, I thought this was what he meant.
And Tsirkin says, a white nationalist propagates Nazism. A white nationalist could be someone who doesn't believe that black and brown people are equals. A white nationalist is a Nazi.
Well, cut my legs and call me Shorty.
Well, that could be their beliefs, a white supremacist. I don't look at it like that. How do you look at it? I look at a white nationalist as a Trump Republican.
Jesus.
That's what we're called all the time. A MAGA person. That's what. Do you agree with the characterization? We agree that we should not be characterizing Trump supporters as white nationalists.
You just did.
You just did that. It shows, Tsirkin says, so what you're saying is Democrats are painting Trump supporters as white nationalists, but that's not what they are. Every day on the floor, the first day I got here, January 6th that night, that's not right.
Do you remember what happened January 6th, you moron?
Let's not get into politics and calling people names. The military is about someone that's fighting for the security of all of us. I don't care if you're Catholic, Baptist. He's really covered all the religions.
Great. Yeah,
I don't care if you're Catholic or Baptist, or if you're white or lily white or super white.
Beige.
I don't care.
I don't care what kind of Christian you are.
It doesn't make any difference. We're all in this together. All the Catholics, Baptists, and the Episcopalians. It's all us together. One nation. Under a white God. No, I'm sorry. I'm not. I know it might be hard for people to know whether I'm on the transcript or not. But he literally says, I don't care if you're Catholic or Baptist. It doesn't make any difference. We're all in this together. And so they're politicizing the military so much. It's ruining our military. Look at our recruiting. We're getting hammered. 15,000 down last year in the Army this year. One of our branches of military at our quota point. So is he saying that by rooting out the white nationalists, we're advertising that there's white nationalists in there and people don't want to join the military because there's white nationalists? Or is he saying this is a great recruiting pool, white nationalists? They want to come in and get training like everybody else. I don't care if they're Catholic or Baptist.
I mean, underneath all this is just a pathological inability to understand what might actually be causing military recruitment issues in this country, which is maybe everybody's experience with, say, what the military does and it not being popular. No,
the bottom line is you can see it at the unemployment rate. We have the lowest unemployment rate we've had in 60 years. We have, I think, the lowest black unemployment rate we've had in the history of the country. The reason why people aren't going into the military is because they have other options. What it really does show you, honestly, is it shows you how much desperation drives people into getting a job where they may go kill other people.
Yeah.
That's what this shows you.
And incidentally, Tuberville also is holding up numerous Department of Defense nominees because he's unhappy that the DOD has allowed accommodations for women and people seeking abortion care, and many people in the military have literally sent letters being that's actually actively impacting our military readiness, is Tuberville's unwillingness to confirm any of these people because he doesn't want people in the armed services to get abortions.
He's a lunatic and an idiot.